Good day. We are presenting our capstone project, serving Philippine delicacies on the global menu, making local products competitive on the global platform Amazon together with our company partner, Easy Fulfill. Easy Fulfill makes Philippine products available all over the world. They saw the growth potential of small and medium businesses as only 4% of these companies are exporting. Through their Expert Pinoy program, they envision making our local companies into global e-businesses by helping them sell on international platforms like Amazon. However, how will they survive and thrive in this global setting? They've observed that business owners lack awareness and access to information on what makes a globally competitive product. How do they write their product titles and descriptions? What images should they post? Upon exploration of the platform, we found a feature of Amazon bestsellers, which shows the 100 most popular products per category based on sales. With those in mind, we defined our data science problem as how can we make our Philippine products an Amazon bestseller?
To answer this problem, we defined two objectives. First, to identify the important features of a product listing, and second, to surface best seller practices. In order to achieve our objectives, we did the following. First, we gathered data through web scraping. Afterwards, the data was pre-processed, and we created a binary classification model. Based on our initial findings, we then further explored the data to provide three in-depth analysis. To start, we selected 5 Amazon categories that include Easy Fulfill's partner products. These are ground and instant coffee, herbal tea, dried mangoes, and vegetable chips. We scraped the data using Selenium. Here is a sample Amazon product listing page and the features we gathered like title, rating, rank, and many more. Here is an example of our dataset. From our initial data of 1,066 products, we had 863 left after cleaning. Let's take a peek on how a profile setup may contribute to being a bestseller. An analysis of product title and descriptions showed that length, or the number of words and details, matters, as bestsellers have longer texts. In this aspect, Easy Fulfill listings are performing well. Following Amazon's published best practices, more images may attract sales as it gives potential buyers a glimpse of the product. Bestsellers generally have more images and Easy Fulfill products as well. Interestingly, a product's high star rating isn't enough to distinguish a product as a bestseller. Instead, we should focus on garnering more number of ratings, as bestsellers significantly trend higher. Easy Fulfill may set up promos to encourage reviews of their products. Lastly, another feature with the potential to launch a listing to success is to entice user curiosity. Bestsellers significantly have more answered questions. This may be a critical point of improvement of Easy Fulfill products, as none of its listings have any answered questions.
So now let's discuss how we use classification models to identify important product listing features. So to start, here is our model pipeline. First, we set X to be the product listing features and Y as the classification of the product on whether it is a bestseller or a general listing. The data was then normalized and an 80 to 20 train test ratio was applied. Then we selected the following features shown in the slide. And for modeling, we trained the following multiple models. And then the models were cross-validated using stratified k-folds, hypertuned and evaluated based on their accuracy and F1 score. Lastly, we look into the most important features in classifying product listings. After training and testing to see which model would give the best results, we selected K-nearest neighbors classifier as the best model because it gave relatively high accuracy and F1 scores without overfitting. Compared to the baseline accuracy of 62.9%, our model had a higher accuracy of 66.3% with an F1 score of 70.2%. We further hypertuned the chosen model, which gave us the following optimal parameters. And from the confusion matrix, we see the model correctly identified 66 bestsellers and 57 general products in the holdout set. This gives the model an accuracy of 71% and an F1 score of 72%. So what does the model tells us? Using SHOP, we calculated the impact of the features on how the model classifies listings. We see that the top 3 features that affect product listing classification are title length, image count, and the length of the description.
Let's dive deeper. How these features contribute to being a bestseller. First, we analyzed the product descriptions to see if certain keywords are key to becoming a bestseller. To get the top keywords, we converted the descriptions into sequence of words and computed their frequency. Then we did some sense checking. Lastly, we took top 20 most occurring keywords of bestsellers per category and compared their volume to non-bestsellers. And from the top keywords, we observed three general trends: labels, consumer experience, and content and certifications. For most product categories, labels definitely matter. Use the generic labels in the corresponding Amazon product category, such as ground and instant coffee, herbal tea, and dried mangoes. We also see a trend of selling the consumer experience. For coffee, use keywords that sell getting that caffeine hit, respectively. For food, market them as a healthy snacking alternative. Lastly, marketing product health benefits and their certifications are also worth considering. Keywords emphasizing clean content, such as non-GMO and gluten-free, and their corresponding global certifications, such as Fairtrade and USDA Organic, are highlighted among bestsellers. How about getting the sentiments of the descriptions? We computed the sentiments using Amazon product descriptions. We cleaned the data by removing numbers and empty descriptions. Then, we analyzed sentiment analysis using the models Vader, Pattern, and Flare to compare their performance in tagging description sentiments. And from the sentiment analysis of the three models, majority of the product descriptions are tagged as positive. Between bestsellers and general listing, a higher percentage of positive descriptions can be noticed at bestsellers. And comparing bestsellers to Easy Fulfill's products, we observe that all of the descriptions are also positive. It is an indication that they are well written to be on par to bestsellers' descriptions.
Next, we look into the listing images. Is there a dominant color among listing images per category? We computed for the color composition by getting the first image of every listing, since it gives the initial impression to catch potential buyers' attention. The pixels of an image are converted to numerical values and compared with a specific color palette through an algorithm to find which color in the chosen palette is the nearest to the image pixel color. We found that light colors, including white, are the dominant color in the entire image. White is a must for the product image background according to the Amazon site standard. There is also no significant difference of dominant colors between bestsellers and non-bestsellers. In the dried mangoes category, the second most dominant pixel color is orange. We can see here examples of images of bestsellers where the dried mangoes can be seen on the packaging. Meanwhile, the image listing of the Easy Fulfill partner product slightly deviates from the overall trend since the actual product is the chocolate-covered variety. In the ground and instant coffee categories, dark shades are the prevalent colors. Most of the packaging also include images of ground beans or a cup of coffee, which contributes to the average color composition. In comparison, the partner product in instant coffee category used lighter colors. An almost equal amount of orange and green can be observed in the herbal tea category. The vibrant earth colors are seen as energizing and healthy, a marketing goal in this category. To improve partner product listings, actual product can be enlarged on the image canvas to minimize white spaces. Now we look into the potato chips healthy alternative, vegetable chips. Using green and orange as well to evoke an energizing and healthy vibe, the products in this category use touches of red on their packaging, appealing to the appetite.
So going back to our data science problem, here is our synthesis. To set up our local products for global success, we should pay attention to how we craft listings. Titles and descriptions are encouraged to be detailed, use Amazon categories, sell the product experience, and add health benefits or in-demand certifications if any. For listing images, we recommend using the surface relevant colors per category. They should also follow Amazon's best practices of using a white background, maximizing the image canvas, and uploading at least 6 images. Also, we encourage to pay attention to continued listing management, elicit user interactions, and get more high-star ratings and questions answered on the listing. Our project also had some limitations. Due to platform constraints, we had to scrape slowly, and so we gathered limited data. We also had gaps between our data acquisition, which impacted Amazon rankings that are generated hourly. This also makes our data sensitive to concept drift. For further studies, we recommend including more features and to use boundary detection to isolate the product packaging and photos. To end, we would like to say mabuhay ang gawang Filipino. Let us be proud of our local products taking up space in the global menu. Maraming salamat po.